The Kick-Off Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to the Sterling Sports Company Breakfast Show with Damian on your Saturday morning, and let's talk one of my favourite sports. Let's talk softball now, and let's welcome back to the show, because he's an old friend. He is the brand new head coach of the Junior Black Sox side. He is a veteran of 113 test caps for our New Zealand Black Sox. He is the one and only Jarrad Martin. G'day, Jarrad.
G'day, Damian. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you holding up at this time?
Not too bad, had a nice sort of 4-week holiday or 4-week break, and we're back into full swing at work this week. So, not too good. Good to get out in the fresh air.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Well, I give basketball praise a lot, but I think the softball community has been on par this time with the level of engagement with our community. I know our season's done and dusted, but there's still so much content being produced by so many great people just missing the game and being around each other.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. And I guess, when you do have a bit of a downturn like we've had in terms of, sport on TV and what have you, people just bring back the old memories and, like you're saying, a bit of content that, gets people excited again about, it's all softball, but not just softball only, even other sports, eh?
Absolutely. Hey, mate, it's been a time of reflection, of pause, of education for some. You must have had 4 weeks of seeing there. You must have had one or two memories that came back of such an awesome career that you've had with the Silver Fern on you.
Yeah, not too much. I didn't really reflect on that too much because what I was really thinking about was obviously my new role that I've been presented with. I had to sort of apply for that during the break, and so I was just sort of thinking about that. Thinking about what happened last month with our under-18 team at Palmerston North, and just obviously wanting to make things a little bit smoother in terms of results, and I guess it was a tournament that we're from, but we've had a pretty good run, and as a team, myself and Thomas and Smalley and Devin Martin. So I've learnt a lot of those last 3-4 campaigns, and now it's sort of I get a chance to sort of plan the next attack and move forward and get this new bunch of kids and just truck on in 2 years' time, eh? That year will come around pretty quick, and I know there's a lot of kids out there that are probably anxious to get out there, but also anxious to see if they're going to be selected in the next squad that we're going to rouse up.
Absolutely. Well, there is some reflection there because you have had 4 campaigns, 2 silvers and a bronze. Was there a second there where you were like, I need a break now, I'm going to walk away? No, you'll take on more responsibility.
Yeah, after that last campaign, it was disappointing. The result was disappointing. I thought we were in good shape, moving into the build-up of our World Series, but we just couldn't get the results we wanted. So yes, there were elements of thought there that I was going to maybe just sit back and pass it on, but I think I've learned enough to have a crack at being the head coach, and now I'll get to make a few moves if I need to, and kind of do things. We've got to try and do something different because we haven't gotten that ultimate goal yet. Of winning the tournament.
Absolutely.
And I believe we have a lot of work to do across the board in terms of selecting a team and also getting the right personnel in the team to compete.
Absolutely. Well, you've been in the top job on the field for the juniors, being the pitcher for the winning 89 side. Is it a true goal of yours, without sounding arrogant or anything, but is it a true goal of yours to get that as a head coach?
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, you always coach to obviously help the younger generation, but also in the back of my mind is we're not coaching out there just to go and participate. It's
Amen.
about winning, man, and
Absolutely.
that's all that matters to me, and that's all that mattered to us. The last 4 campaigns was winning,
Yep.
and but like I say, we've just got to make sure we get the right combinations, and we, just probably let the kids be kids, being a different age group too. You see, so it was hard that year difference. Just adjusting to that, and you've almost got to step back from teaching young men to actually teaching older kids.
Yeah.
So you've just got to look at things a lot differently nowadays.
What was that biggest takeaway from that Junior Worlds? As you said, last month, and so much has happened since then. But what were the biggest takeaways from that tournament?
I guess for me, just how much the other countries have improved.
Yeah.
We as a nation, we've always been the chased, and now we've become the chaser. So, and it's hard to take, because it's only so long that you can actually maintain a high level in terms of competition, and everyone has always looked at New Zealand as a powerhouse, and they've adapted or changed their games to combat us, and as you've seen with the juniors and as well with the men, all the other countries have caught up to us. So that's another challenge that we've got to now look at in terms of when we start, get our management team together and start planning, is how do we beat the Japanese? How do we beat the Australians? How do we beat everyone on the other side of the field from us? So you can't rely on old laurels and the old style of play. I mean, it's a basic game: hit the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball. But you've got to do it more often than not.
Absolutely.
And so that's the key. It's just
Mate,
implementing the plan for the kids to move forward and get things done.
That's the one. Mate, I know you're in charge of the national team now at junior level, but, I mean, how's the state of our play for our under 18s, 19s, and our developing Sox? How is the state of play for age grade in softball in New Zealand?
I think the junior, grades in terms of the pathways as well is great. We've got a lot of young talent out there, and there's probably a lot that we don't even know about.
Yep.
So I know that there was a team selected to go to Australia in July, which is probably not going to happen. And that was the developing Sox team, who will probably a majority of those guys will be in that 2022 Junior Black Sox team. So there's a good mix of kids in there. Wayne Nichols, the head coach, has got a squad of 36. So that was, that's good to see that they've identified 36 kids. So the thing for us now is we've got to look at those kids, and then obviously look at the group behind them, because you never know, there could be a couple of bowlers who are only 13 years old at the moment, who could be there in 2 years' time.
Yeah, well, you took a couple of youngins this time around, and that should be go for 2022.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, be lucky, because those kids are going to get bigger and stronger, and the only thing that may hinder their chances there is if the WBSC push our tournament back another year, like they have with the men.
Of course.
Then those kids will miss out. So, but if we can maintain that same year, if they can do that, then those kids are going to be in the forefront of our selection process anyway. So, I'm going to start putting the feeders out to all the boys, all those senior boys anyway, and just say, hey, this is what you need to do. You've experienced it. We're not guaranteeing you a selection, but you know what it takes to get things done, and that's we've got 3 guys, and that's a good start. And there were a few that were on the fringes too, so who are going to be around this next trip. So I'm quite confident that we're going to have a pretty strong team. But like I say, it's just a matter of getting the right people in there to make this team better.
That's it, mate. Apart from a championship, what does Jarrad Martin want to achieve as the head coach of the Junior Junior Black Sox now?
All I want to achieve, mate, is just, it's about giving these kids an opportunity, and I want to see them smile and have fun, but enjoy the game, but also try and teach them, the importance of winning at this level, because I think you get a lot of pressure out of winning as well, and it'll be great if that can happen, and that's all I want to see. I want to see kids progress up the ladder.
Absolutely.
And however they do that is entirely up to them. I mean, obviously we're going to, have them on a leash a little bit. But now it's about them getting out there and expressing themselves, how they do, and in general, we don't want to try and bring them into something that, they're uncomfortable with. So we just got to make the surroundings and that for them, easy for them to be able to do their best.
Absolutely. Well, I've just realised that I'm wearing Dallas Clifton's hat, mate, so I'm behind you. All the very best with the new role. Go well. You've done so much for us already, and I just can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you, my friend.
No, thanks, mate. Thanks for having me on the show. And, we'll see what happens, eh? See if we get going next summer, and I hope we do, and then, we can get things rolling.